This is Dog Rich Coleon checking in for Enruntv. Tonight's guest, you know what I'm saying? We got a legend, my dog DJ Ski.
What's up, my town? Big shouts out to Enruntv. Coleon making it happen. No slaves allowed as always. We riding on that mothership.
That's what it do, you know what I'm saying? Ski, you know what I'm saying? We just want to let the folks know, how long have you been in the game doing this DJ thing, you know what I'm saying, around this music?
I've been DJing since I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I used to carry my cousin's crates and records in. I used to be as flunky as Rupee. And I used to set his stuff up for him. So when I set him up, like an hour before they start DJing, he would let me just start DJing. And I just kept DJing and I just started getting good at it. I got better than him and took his job.
That's what it do.
But I've been doing it for a long time. But as far as like local music, about 15 years ago, like when the birth actual genesis of the local music in Mobile started, I was afforded the opportunity to do open nights on BLX. Miranda Rubin, big shouts out to Miranda Rubin, program director. She gave me the first opportunity. She gave me overnight. She said, you can do whatever you want to do overnight. So, you know, God inspired me to come up with the lockdown shout-outs. We give people opportunity to call in and give their people that's locked down shout-outs, because, you know, in prison, especially Holman's and Apple, they have earphones where you listen to when you're in the, even down at Metro, you have earphones, you listen to the radio, so they'll be able to hit shout-outs. And then that first hour from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, I used to do all homegrown hour. I used to play all local music from Mississippi, Florida, and Alabama. And I used to get just the best of the best. And just play it, and the more requests I got for those songs, we just kept playing them. And a lot of them got a lot of guys jobs and got them billings in different clubs just off the singles that were hot on the air. So we was afforded a lot of time on the radio. That's when it was more simple. And now the corporate that took over radio, really, they got like police, they call them police, but the musical song that's over that station, they constantly listening. So it used to be time when they have handcuffs on us, we were able to play whatever we wanted to play that was hot in the street. So the street asked for it, as long as it was a radio Cleveland, we would put it out there. But now it's like you got to go through so much red tape and politics now, and then a lot of people don't get afforded the chance for people to hear them, because they might not have a certain name or they might not have a certain following right now, but they really hot.
I mean, you know, what kind of music you like playing and like listening to right now? What's hot to you right now? You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know, it came a time when they were saying like hip hop was dead, and it took a dark turn for the worse. You know, to me, you know, I grew up around soul music. When music has soul, it don't have to be preaching them, but you have to be able to give me something out of it. In order to make a hit record, you know, when you got a hit, if you can listen to it 3 years from now, somebody here and get that same feeling that they got 3 years ago. Yeah, and that's timeless music. You know, the record company and the corporation that run it, that whole machine right there has warped the whole music situation, because you have a lot of talented artists out here, but they feel like they have to dummy up in order to just get on.
Right.
You know, so they lose themselves in dummying up just to get on. You know, and it's nothing, no knock against them. It's what they love the music. But at the same time, you got to eventually be true to yourself. You know, and what's good to you. You can't worry about somebody might think you soft, somebody might think you a pump, because you talk about other things that other artists don't talk about that are going with the flow. You know, so, but like now, I like all the mainstream artists, you know, the Jeezy and the Boosie and the Jay-Z and the Kanye and everything, the 2 Chainz. I like that, but like to me, I constantly always listen to old music. The old LL, the old BDP, the old Dr. Dre, the old stuff, just old stuff, because it had that certain element in it, that sonic boom. And I still look for that now. You know, but you know, I like Spank Lee, I like you, I like oh man, how many Ali, I like Nite, BJ, I like a lot of artists here. I like Hardhead, I like man, there's so many guys. I listen to everybody all the time, but you know, I'm just waiting for that one to come out. You know, everybody, the little buzz saying about Spank Lee, the little buzz about different color other people, but I'm just waiting for that person, because it's more than just getting out there holding your nuts on stage. I want to see how your whole persona makes everybody radiate to your stardom. If you got stardom, if you got that in you, you got a light, you got a certain thing that's sticking out that separates you from the rest. And I'm looking, and they might be there, but it's such an abundance of different artists that it's hard to pick through and see who's there. So I'm just sitting back and I just watch and I listen. But more than anything, I listen.
But I see you definitely behind the, the local scene or whatever.
I mean, I'm still there. It's a good thing that artists are able to get back on the radio again. Because like 3 or 4 years ago, actually about 8 years ago, they stopped it because of different things with a song that came out and it was a remix, and they went to corporate, and so they stopped all the music. So the movement came back, Operation Homegrown, everybody pushed it, and now it's back on there. And big shout out to Nina Ross doing the underground now on Sundays. So you actually have a vehicle to get music out there. I don't think it's enough good now at that certain time. I think they can push more music during those certain hours, but at least it's back on the radio. At least it's getting out there for people to hear, because no matter what, every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, there's 145,000 people listening to your music if you're on the radio at one time. You can't get that nowhere else. So that's what radio is about at a certain time. And for the population from Mississippi, from Osborne, Gulfport, all the little numbers around here, you got to look at it for yourself. It's a certain amount of people listening to that radio at a certain amount of time. So anytime your music is on the radio, you got over 100,000 people listening to it at one time.
Another question. We want to know, what Ross Ski been up to,
Man, I just graduated from culinary arts school, become a chef about 8 months ago. I got 2 little girls that go to private school. They busting my head with paying tuition. So I'm working. I'm still DJing. I still work I do the old school house party mix on WDLT. You can catch out 104.1 on WDLT. The Funky Fat Friday house party mix from 11 to 1 on Friday night. I do a lot of production at the station. I do a lot of commercials and talkovers. About to do a second movie with Dennis Figueroa Nelson. The first one was Not in My House. This one is about vampires. And big shouts out to Dennis Figueroa Nelson for to do that movie. So, we just staying busy. I'm getting older now, so I have to pace myself.
Oh, you're grown, man.
Yeah, like tonight. I get ain't about 1:30. The red light, the gas light be going off. I got to get to the house. But I'm over. But I'm liking that guys like you, Enruntv, you keeping it out there. Your ciphers and Mass Dave, big shout out to Big Dave. I mean, everybody's like, if I don't know nothing else, I know these guys are pushing always pushing the local scene.
Big part of the site.
So big shouts out to you for always just putting your city first. Ever since I met you, it's always been about your city. Ever since I met you always been working for that. So big shouts out to you.
So just let the people know where they can find you, how they can get in contact.
I'm on Facebook. I don't know how they do that. Facebook.com, Roski. You can send me music, djroski@gmail.com. You can call me 251-895-5224. You can get at me. I do voiceover, I do mixtapes, I do whatever. You can just holler at me. Big shouts out to you. And always keep God first. And always remember, ain't no slaves allowed on this mothership. Never.
But that's it, Thanks for checking in to Enruntv. Shouts out to that boy Lucha Lou. Shouts out to Hardhead. My dog, Young Folk, California, Enrun West, you know how to get out. We out.
In what?